On your manifestation journey, people may say you're out of touch with reality. And they're right, because you're not living in their reality anymore. You're rewriting what's real using a mindset that's being called Delulu all over social media. But what if being delusional is actually the first step to true manifestation? That is exactly what we will be talking about today. I'm your host, Lindsay Brand. Let's cue the reel. If you've ever felt stuck between what you want and what's actually showing up, you're not alone. Today, we're unpacking the Delulu mindset, why acting like what you want is already real isn't just wishful thinking, but a powerful tool when used the right way. I'll share why this mindset works, where most people get stuck, and how you can harness it with intention to start rewriting your reality for good. You might be wondering why pretending something is real before it actually is can work. Like you're just fooling yourself. But here's the thing. Our minds don't always tell the difference between what we imagine clearly and what we actually experience. When you feel like something is already yours, your brain starts to line up your thoughts, feelings, and actions to match that reality. That energy you put out draws in opportunities and people that fit what you believe. That's why this Delulu energy, or what some call delusional confidence, has caught on so much. It taps into an old principle called the law of assumption. You assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled, and life starts to shift to meet that. But here's the catch. It's not about pretending everything's fine or denying your struggles. It's about redirecting your energy intentionally toward where you want to be. Think of it like turning your body toward the sun. The shadows are still there, but your attention is now on the light. Instead of circling your pain or rehearsing the same story, you begin to align with a different outcome. And most people get stuck because they fake it on the outside and don't truly believe it inside. They don't feel it. Or they skip the part where they align their mindset and actions, and that's when everything feels empty and doesn't work. A lot of people jump into this Delulu way of thinking because it sounds fun and exciting and it's trending, it's everywhere. And they start acting like their dream is already real, but after a while, nothing changes. One common trap is using delusional confidence like a mask. You put on the vibe, you say the affirmations, maybe post your vision board, but inside, you don't believe it's true. And that disconnect between what you show and what you feel creates resistance. It's like trying to drive a car while the parking brake is still on. Another place people get stuck is thinking belief alone will carry the whole dream. But manifestation isn't magic. It's a current, and you still have to swim. If your mindset isn't backed by aligned, grounded movement, your energy will stall. Some people lean too hard into the Delulu mindset, not as a tool, but as an escape. They sidestep the hard feelings, bury the discomfort, and hope clarity will come without confrontation. But unacknowledged energy doesn't just disappear. It tangles underneath the surface, quietly disrupting the flow. Real momentum happens when belief is paired with brave self-honesty and intentional steps forward. That's when the shift begins. Using the Delulu mindset well means more than just pretending your dream is already here. It's about stepping fully into the energy of what you want, feeling it deeply, and believing it without forcing or ignoring reality. Start by choosing the timeline you're ready to claim. Picture it vividly. What it feels like to already be living that life, how the air moves around you, how your days unfold inside that reality. Drop into it daily, not just with thought, but with presence. Let it become familiar. At the same time, tell the truth about where you are now. Meet your doubts, fears, and resistance with curiosity, not shame. When you bring them into the light, they lose their power to quietly steer things from the shadows. Then, move intentionally. Every small action that aligns with your vision is a signal, not just to the universe, but to your own nervous system. It says, I'm already on my way. Finally, just trust the process. Rewriting reality takes time and patience, and when you combine belief, feeling, and aligned action, you send a powerful message that your new reality is ready to show up. There's a difference between being Delulu and being disconnected. being Delulu intentionally isn't about ignoring reality or telling yourself a lie. It's about choosing to live in the version of reality that hasn't physically arrived yet, but already exists in possibility. It's emotional rehearsal. It's energetic commitment. When you do it well, you're not avoiding your current circumstances. You're refusing to be limited by them. You're saying, yes, this is what's here now, but it's not the whole story. That version of me I keep seeing, she's not a fantasy. She's a frequency I'm learning how to hold. So the work isn't pretending the bad stuff doesn't exist. The work is feeling both the doubt and the desire, and still choosing to act from the version of you who knows how the story ends. Stepping into the Delulu mindset means letting your vision take the lead, even when the evidence isn't there yet. Most of us have learned to wait until it makes sense, until someone else believes in us, until we're sure we won't look ridiculous. By the time all that lines up, the moment has passed. This mindset flips the script. It asks, what if proof isn't a requirement to begin? What if you get to decide what's real for yourself before anyone else does? Holding that energy with quiet confidence takes the need for validation off the table. Momentum picks up naturally once you stop resisting what's ahead and begin to move in that direction. As we wrap up, remember that shifting your mindset takes courage and patience. I want to thank you for listening and staying open to this perspective. If you're thinking in the Delulu mindset in a healthy way, as we discussed, you're actively shaping your own reality. It can feel challenging to hold on to that vision when the outside world doesn't seem to reflect it yet, and people are doubting and judging you. But that's exactly why this mindset matters so much. It's not about ignoring what's real right now. It's about choosing to live from a place of alignment and belief. If this episode sparked something in you, pass it along to someone who's quietly fighting to keep their vision alive too. And if you want to keep getting practical, down-to-earth tools to help you manifest with intention, make sure you're following the podcast wherever you listen. I plan to release episodes every Tuesday and Thursday going forward. Remember, rewriting your reality takes time, patience, and consistent energy. Keep showing up for your future self and watch how things begin to shift.